We were misled that there was supposedly protests and then something sprang out of that, an assault sprang out of that. And that was easily ascertained that that was not the fact. And the American people could have known that within days, and they didn't know that.
With all due respect, the fact is we had 4 dead Americans.
We were misled that there was supposedly protests and then something sprang out of that, an assault sprang out of that. And that was easily ascertained that that was not the fact. And the American people could have known that within days, and they didn't know that.
With all due respect, the fact is we had 4 dead Americans. Was it because of a protest, or was it because of guys out for a walk one night who decided they'd go kill some Americans? What difference at this point does it make?
My name is Patricia Smith. My son, Sean, was one of 4 brave Americans killed during the 2012 terrorist attack at Benghazi. Sean was a wonderful son and father to my 2 amazing grandchildren, Samantha and Nathan, now 10 and 11. He was proud to serve his country with the United States Foreign Service. The last time I talked to Sean, the night before the terrorist attack, he told me, "Mom, I am going to die." All security had been pulled from the embassy, he explained, and when he asked why, he never received a response. Nobody listened, nobody seemed to care. The very next day, he was murdered by radical Islamic terrorists. To this day, I don't even know why a computer guy like Sean was sent to Benghazi. That night, we lost sons, brothers, fathers, and husbands. We lost 4 brave Americans who made the ultimate sacrifice for the country they chose to serve, and the American people lost the truth. For all of this loss, for all of this grief, for all of the cynicism, the tragedy in Benghazi has wrought upon America, I blame Hillary Clinton.
What difference at this point does it make? And again, I will speak out no matter what role I find myself in, but I believe that we need a more thoughtful conversation. We cannot let a minority of people, and that's what it is a minority of people, hold a viewpoint that terrorizes the majority of people.
Yeah, right. Crooked Hillary. Crooked Hillary. You know, like, she's, forget it. Just forget it. Can you imagine, look, can you imagine another 4 years of the Clintons? Seriously. Can you imagine, seriously? It's time to move on, folks. We got to do it right. It's time to move on. And she's totally controlled by Wall Street and all the people that gave her these millions of dollars. But it's time to move on. We can't go through another 4 years of this stuff.
What difference at this point does it make?
Thank you for being there for every woman in every state who has to miss work, drive hundreds of miles sometimes, endure cruel, medically unnecessary waiting periods, walk past angry protesters to exercise her constitutional right to safe and legal abortion.
But I want to ask you a specific question. Do you believe that an individual's right to bear arms is a constitutional right, that it's not linked to service in a militia?
I think that for most of our history, there was a nuanced reading of the Second Amendment until the decision by the late Justice Scalia. And there was no argument until then that localities and states and the federal government had a right, as we do with every amendment, to impose reasonable regulations. So I believe we can have common sense gun safety measures consistent with the Second Amendment. And in fact, what I have proposed is supported by 90% of the American people and more than 75% of responsible gun owners. So that is exactly what I think is constitutionally permissible.
What difference at this point does it make?
What's wrong with a revolution?
Well, that's for Senator Sanders to explain, because that certainly is the core of his message to young people. I have a different take on it. I think the progress that we have made, and particularly the Democratic Party has made, has been hard fought for, hard won, and must be defended. So I want to defend the Affordable Care Act. It is one of the great accomplishments, not only of this president, but of the Democratic Party going back to Harry Truman. The Republicans are, the Republicans are determined to repeal it, and they've tried 62 times just to turn it back to the insurance companies. Senator Sanders and I share the same goal. We want to get to universal health care coverage. Before it was called Obamacare, it was called Hillary Care.
What difference at this point does it make?
I don't think Obama should have lied to people.
It was a lie, wasn't it? I mean,
well, let's hold on. First of all, insurance companies are always dropping people from their plans. This went on before Obamacare, went on after Obamacare. We're losing a lot of perspective here. But yeah, he probably should have not been so blatant about saying.
Secretary Clinton, Governor O'Malley wants to open up Obamacare to millions of undocumented immigrants and their children, including almost 90,000 people right here in Nevada. Do you?
Well, first of all, I want to make sure every child gets health care. That's why I helped to create the Children's Health Insurance Program, and I want to support states that are expanding health care and including undocumented children and others. I want to open up the opportunity for immigrants to be able to buy in to the exchanges under the Affordable Care Act.
That we are in a contest of ideas against an ideology of hate, and we have to win. Let's be clear, though. Islam is not our adversary. Muslims are peaceful and tolerant people and have nothing whatsoever to do with terrorism.
What difference at this point does it make?
Example, I'm the only candidate which has a policy about how to bring economic opportunity using clean, renewable energy as the key into coal country. Because we're going to put a lot of coal miners and coal companies out of business, right?
So, I got a fantastic endorsement a little while ago. And, you know, your coal association, West Virginia Coal Association, just endorsed me. Well, let's put it this way. It was between me and Hillary. And we really affectionately call her Crooked Hillary, right? Crooked Hillary. Now, it was between me and Crooked Hillary. And you know how long they said they were in the room? About like 20 seconds. That's how long it took. But I'd like to ask a couple of the guys to come up because they are fantastic people. And if I could have Chris come up and Bill Rainey and Chris, or I guess Chris is going to represent Bill. Bill's back there and getting up on the stage, not so easy for him right now. But Chris, come on up if you would, please. Thank you very much. I love this. See, I come here, I get an award. It's probably a hat, or it's probably a hard hat. I like hard hats. Let's see if it's a hard hat. It's a hard hat. It's a hard hat.
Thank you. Mr. President, on behalf of the best coal miners in the world, who mine the cleanest and safest and most environmentally sound coal in the world, we're so pleased to endorse you today and wish you the best of luck and vow to support you the best we can.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's so nice. Thank you.
Nice. Nice. Y'all put it on, right?
And with Singapore and a growing list of other countries on both sides of the Pacific, we are making progress toward finalizing a far-reaching new trade agreement called the Trans-Pacific Partnership. The so-called TPP will lower barriers, raise standards, and drive long-term growth across the region. It will cover 40% of the world's total trade.
For the first time, she said she wants to renegotiate trade agreements. First time, yesterday. All because of me. She also saw me talking about TPP and currency manipulation and currency devaluation. And she heard it and she said, wow, she can't win that subject in a debate. So all of a sudden she goes against TPP. Her vice president is one of the biggest proponents of TPP, and now he's going against it. And Bernie Sanders was right. He was against it. They will go for TPP and vote it in very shortly after the election if she wins, which, for the sake of our country, we all hope, and I hope that she doesn't. They will vote it in, just mark my words. Hopefully we don't have to worry about it. But she will vote it. She'll change a comma, she'll change a paragraph of the 6,000-page document that nobody's even read on our side. Just so you understand, the other countries know every word, every paragraph, every sentence, every single comma and period. We don't even read it, our country, because we're led by stupid people. So she saw me talking about TPP. She realized that she couldn't defend it. Her special interests are pushing her hard, because she's bought and sold by the special interests. They're pushing her very hard. And so she said she's against it. The day she gets in, which hopefully will never happen, she will approve, or shortly thereafter, TPP. And that will be another disaster for jobs in our country.
I did not email any classified material to anyone. There is no classified material.
110 emails in 52 email chains have been determined by the owning agency to contain classified information at the time they were sent or received.
I provided all my emails that could possibly be work-related.
Several thousand work-related emails that were not among the group of 30,000 emails returned by Secretary Clinton.
I thought using one device would be simpler.
She also used numerous mobile devices to send and to read email.
There were no security breaches.
It is possible that hostile actors gained access to Secretary Clinton's personal email account.
It was my practice to communicate with State Department and other government officials on their .gov accounts.
Hostile actors gained access to the private commercial email accounts of people with whom Secretary Clinton was in regular contact from her personal account.
No doubt that we've done exactly what we should have done.
They were extremely careless in their handling of very sensitive, highly classified information.
People will be able to judge for themselves.
We cannot find a case that would support bringing criminal charges on these facts.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
To be clear, this is not to suggest that in similar circumstances, a person who engaged in this activity would face no consequences.
Americans will find that, interesting, and I look forward to having a discussion about that.
What difference at this point does it make?
How long can we last? Open your eyes and realize we're falling fast. America the beautiful, God blessed us with this land. Let's set aside our differences and make America great again. America, home of the brave and free. sleeping giant just woke up. We're on our feet. We still believe in the American dream, and it's something we demand. There's no other place on earth that's greater than this land. America, home of the brave and free, will not give up this country that easily. America, the land that we'll defend. Let's join and make America great again. With flag in hand, let's take a stand. Let's take our country back again. Bring home our jobs and pray to God. Let's raise our hands, shout out loud. Raise our hands, let's shout out loud. America, home of the brave and free, will not give up this country that easily. America, the land that we'll defend. Let's join and make America great again.
I don't like what I see happening to America. The infrastructure of our country is a laughingstock all over the world. Our airports, our bridges, our roadways, it's falling apart. It's a terrible thing to see. Our politicians are all talk, no action. Millions of people are flowing across our southern border. We've got to build a real wall. With all of this, our country has tremendous potential. Let's make America great again.